Good morning. This is Pierre Laguerre here, your daily motivator, always here to challenge, inspire, and motivate you. So today on episode 476, I'm coming to you with a quick break in the marketing series. And, yesterday's podcast, I told you that I was going to share more with you about the mistakes that entrepreneurs make, especially when it comes to marketing, and that's coming your way shortly. But I had something more important that I wanted to share, especially since it's the beginning of this week, really the end of the second quarter of the year. And we're coming to the end pretty quickly here. This is the last week to push. And again, when I was selling for major companies, when you came to your last fiscal month of the quarter, right? When you had that quarter, and depends on the company, the fiscal year could start in December and some in November even, and others started in January. But my point to you is this: if your quarter ends in June, you've got to push. This is the time to push. And what I'm here to tell you is it's time to review your quarterly goals. Now, you may have heard about things like the 90-day year, the 12-week year. It's nothing more but reminding you that you could break up your year into 4 quarters. 4 quarters basically of 3 months. Each quarter, you get to do yet something else. You get to reach yet another goal. And I think what's tough so many times is that people just keep plowing through, especially when you're running your own business. And speaking for myself here, when you're running your own business, if you don't set goals, you're not going to get anywhere. And of course, the biggest goal is how many more prospects, or really how many more customers can you do business with each quarter? And for that to happen, you have to have a system that's consistently putting more leads or prospects into your funnels. And this is key because I think so many times we get caught up with a lot of other things than the important thing. And again, I'm still talking to you about marketing here, because if you're going to put more prospects in your funnel so that you actually close more business, that means you need to be generating more leads. And certainly, as I start on this series with you tomorrow, we're going to talk about what exactly are entrepreneurs or small business owners missing that's causing them, of course, to make these mistakes. What is it in terms of goals, in terms of vision, that they're lacking a lot of times? And it's not that you're really lacking it, it's just that you're not focusing on it. And this is the big difference here. So for me, I'm looking at my numbers. And of course, when you're building a 6 to 7 figure business, you must first pass through the 6 figures. And 6 figures simply means making $9,000 a month. That's $108,000 in a year. That's all you have to make. A little over $8,000 to be exact every month. If you make $8,333 per month, boom, you're on the way. And of course, you got to take that and break it down and see exactly how that's going to happen. You see, in my business, I've got coaching, I've got consulting, I've got group masterminds. But the other thing that's also important is to think about the places where you could get leverage. A group mastermind is a place where you could get leverage because you don't have to do all the work. Now, you have to be ready. You have to be ready to share your wisdom with people, but you're not the only one that can share. The other key thing to remember is, beyond a group mastermind, let's think about courses. What courses are you offering right now? Other ways to get yourself out there. So let's go back to the lead generation, the lead magnets specifically. What platforms are you going to go on? Because you cannot be all things to all men, and you cannot be everywhere at once, although that's the goal. You want to be everywhere so that wherever people are, they find you. But you've got to choose a few predetermined platforms. And with these platforms, you're going to understand the best thing you can do is to generate leads on each and every platform. So for me, one such platform is the Apple Podcast platform. As you can hear on this podcast, I'm leveraging the Apple Podcast platform. And actually, believe it or not, I'm doing a ton of podcasts for my other clients as well, because I find it to be a great lead generator, a great magnet. So beyond the Apple Podcast Network, what other platforms could you possibly leverage? Well, certainly I want you to leverage Amazon. How? I've got prior customers actually leveraging Amazon by pushing books and audibles out there. Matter of fact, I received an Audible book from her today where she sent me a coupon to go check it out for free and give my review, right? So it's a great thing. You've got to leverage Amazon. Amazon is a huge search engine relying on Google on the back end, but they're doing their own thing internally. So you have to understand how to leverage Amazon. Do you have any books? Do you have any ebooks? Do you have anything where you can drive people back to your website, where you control all traffic? Then you need to start thinking about writing something. Or if you don't write something, speak something. And Amazon also allows you to even publish your blog if you're an author on their website. So that's really powerful. Take advantage of that. What other platforms that are obvious that I did not yet mention? Facebook. Everybody's there. Whatever you're doing, you need to post it on Facebook on a regular basis. Going live on Facebook is a big deal, and you need to show up constantly, whether with your podcast or books, whatever it is you're selling, but show up more with the stuff you're giving away as great value so that folks can decide, yep, I want that. So Facebook, Instagram is one such platform. And then the other one, of course, we cannot leave it out, is Google/YouTube. Notice I put them together because now you can put stuff on YouTube and it shows up on Google search. How good is that? Just leverage the keywords, of course. But the one thing I'll tell you is this: you out there to drive leads. So even though I'm telling you, you've got to review your quarterly goals, when you sit down and you look at it, if you're not closing this quarter strong, it's because you did not have enough leads in your funnel. So that's, some of them, a good percentage of them could become customers. And sometimes, in the world of selling, someone that's a lead today may not become a customer for another 6 months, right? Or even a year. Your goal is to always be generating leads so that you always have a tank of fresh leads, and then you start now nurturing these leads. And as you nurture, then you will actually get those that are ready when they're ready to make a decision with you, when they've hit that window of opportunity. So this is all that I had for you. Go forth and prosper, but more importantly, review the quarter, make some goals for next quarter. Make goals as to how many leads you need to reach your target revenue for next quarter. And again, 90 days or 12 weeks, it's really 12 and a half weeks, really almost 13 weeks, is the way to operate your business. You've got to operate on a quarterly basis so that you actually reach your goals much faster, so that they are within reach and you're not putting them out there as something you need to reach by December. By that point, it's too late. And then come November, then you're scrambling. No, every 90 days, you've got to push. You've got to create more. You've got to generate more leads, more customers, more revenue. And of course, servicing a lot more folks, retaining them, and getting referrals. So these are just some ideas. Tomorrow I'm coming to you with the 7 mistakes that most entrepreneurs make when it comes to marketing, lead generation, conversion, and retention. So we'll talk more about that. This has been Pierre Laguerre, your daily motivator. I'll catch you on the next episode. Enjoy.